Coco Gauff hits. It's a troubling milestone. Over 400 double faults in. WTA's shocking negative record in the glittering world of professional tennis. Statistics often serve as both validation and warning. For Coco Gauff, the reigning U.S. Open champion and global tennis icon, her 2025 season has been filled with highs, including marquee wins, endorsement deals, and consistent top 5 rankings. Yet behind the sparkle lies a statistic that has stunned fans and analysts alike. Gauff has now committed over 400 double faults this season, crossing an unwanted threshold and setting a WTA record few would envy, while Gauff's explosive power and athleticism continue to inspire her. Recurring serve struggles have become a glaring concern. Tennis is a game of margins, and in the numbers lies a story of tension, technical breakdowns, and the mental strain that even the brightest stars must endure. The alarming number 400 and counting, according to WTA data compiled through October 2025, Coco Gauff has registered 407 double faults this season, the highest in the tour's top 10 and the most by any player since the early 2010s. By comparison, Oriana Sabalenka, notorious for serving volatility, has tallied 338. Elena Rybakina, one of the game's most consistent servers, has only 142. The tour average for top 20 players stand around 185 double faults per season. Crossing the 400 mark not only highlights an alarming pattern, but also points to a systemic issue within Gauff's game, one that has quietly persisted, even as the results have remained strong. It's both technical and mental, says former WTA coach and analyst Pam Shriver. Coco's serve is powerful but inconsistent. She has one of the most athletic motions on tour, but when her toss or rhythm falters, it unravels quickly. The double faults are a symptom, not the disease. The serve. Under the microscope, Coco Gauff's first serve, when firing, is one of the most explosive weapons in women's tennis. Clocked consistently between 115 and 122 mph, it sets up her aggressive forehand and court control, but her second serve, the safety net, has become a pressure point. Analysts note that Gauff's second serve relies heavily on kick and spin to generate margin, but when her timing slips, the result is catastrophic. The ball either catches a tape or sails long. During her semi-final loss at the Wuhan Open, she recorded 11 double faults in 2 sets, including 3 in a single game that cost her a break at critical juncture. The pattern has repeated throughout the year in Beijing, Madrid, and even at Wimbledon, where her serve breakdowns overshadowed otherwise stellar play. When I start thinking about it, that's when it gets bad. Gauff admitted after the loss in Wuhan, "It's not the power, it's about trust. Sometimes I overthink, and I pay for it." The mental battle behind the motion. The serve is unique in tennis. The only shot fully under players' control with no reaction to an opponent's ball. It's as much mental as mechanical. Sports psychologist Dr. Elaine Matthews explains, a double fault isn't just a physical error, it's a psychological loop. Once a player fears missing, the body tenses and the serve deteriorates. Further, for someone like Coco, who's expected to dominate, that pressure compounds. The issue isn't new. Even in her teenage years, Gauff's serve showed streakiness, but her sheer athleticism often masked the problem. Now, as opponents study her tendencies, that weakness is being targeted more aggressively. Players like Jessica Pagula and Maria Sakkari have begun stepping inside the baseline on Gauff. Second serve, forcing her to either go for more or risk getting bullied in rallies. The result, more errors and More frustration, the cost in matches. Statistically, Gauff serve was had a measurable impact on her season. Across 2025, she's lost 38 service games solely due to double faults, a staggering figure at her level. In tight three setters, the pattern is even more pronounced. At the Madrid Open, she double faulted on match point against Qinhuan Zhang. In Rome, she surrendered a 4-1 lead in the third set after consecutive double faults. During the Canadian Open, she tallied 15 double faults in a single match, the most of her career. These moments haven't derailed her ranking yet, but they've cost her valuable wins and confidence. Former pro Lindsay Davenport offered a blunt assessment. Coco's good enough to win with a bad serve right now. The Turning Point Tokyo Masters at the Tokyo Masters in October 2025. Something changed. Gauff using a slightly shortened ball toss and smoother tempo. Serve her cleanest match of the season. Just one double fault in a straight sets went over Paula Badosa. Afterward, she smiled to reporters. That felt good. We're getting there. Her coach, Tremblay, noted subtle but important progress. We've simplified her motion and emphasized relaxation. It's paying off. Slowly. The match signaled not perfection, but control. And for Gauff, that was everything. The bigger picture, resilience and reinvention. Every elite athlete hits a wall. For Coco Gauff, that wall has taken a form of an errant serve. Unpredictable, costly, but deeply human. The way she's faced it publicly, transparently, and without excuses has only deepened the respect she commands from fans and peers alike. Coco doesn't hide, said Martina Navratilova. She confronts. That's what separates champions from the rest. The WTA's new generation, led by Gauff, Sabalenka, and Rihanna, is redefining what strength means in women's tennis. It's no longer about perfect form or robotic calm, but about authenticity, adaptation, and growth. What comes next? Heading into the year-end WTA finals in Singapore, all eyes are on whether Gauff can maintain her composure under pressure. Her team has reportedly introduced a pre-serve, breathing ritual, and a consistent toss. Target zone to reduce variability. While perfection may be elusive, even modest, improvement could tilt the balance in her favor. A 20% reduction in double faults could translate to several extra matches or even titles per season. If she cuts that number down, says analyst Mary Jo Fernandez, she'll be unstoppable. We're watching a generational talent go through her learning curve in real time. Epilogue. From record to revelation. The number 400 may live in the record books, but its meaning transcends digits. It tells a story of persistence, humility, and evolution of a player who refuses to hide behind her reputation. In a sport obsessed with perfection, Coco Gauff's imperfect season might just be her most valuable yet, because beyond the aces, beyond the trophies, and beyond the stats lies a truth that defines all great champions: the courage to confront your flaws and the strength to turn them into fuel. Conclusion. Coco Gauff's 2025 season will be remembered not for her double faults alone, but for how she handled them. The WTA's negative record doesn't diminish her. It humanizes her. It reveals a player still sculpting greatness from imperfection, still learning how to harness her power without losing control. If 400 double faults represent anything, it's this: that even the most talented athletes must sometimes stumble, learn, and rebuild, because mastery isn't a gift, it's a process. And if history is any guide, Coco Gauff's next chapter won't be defined by her mistakes, but by how brilliantly she transforms them. thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next.